An elderly man is seen dragging a young woman by her hair through a street that appears to be part of an abandoned neighborhood. A group of young people, consisting of 2 men and a woman, unlock the door of an upscale house. One of them quickly disables the alarm before it can sound. The most nervous-looking person among them reiterates their rules as they enter the house, emphasizing not taking any cash and only grabbing items valued below $10. They swiftly enter and exit the house. Before leaving, they reactivate the alarm and break the front door window, triggering the alarm sound as they make their escape. Later, they're driving in their car, smoking pot and chatting. The nervous guy starts sharing news about another friend who's leaving town. The others don't seem concerned, noting that everyone leaves Detroit eventually. They mention their own plans to move to California after initially intending to return. The girl urges the nervous guy to join them, but he explains he can't leave his dad. They drop him off at his house, and he heads straight to his dad's study room, where he opens a drawer and returns the key from the house they just robbed. His dad works in home security. The third guy, called Money, goes to fence the stolen items, but doesn't get as much as he hoped. He argues with the buyer, who tells him that if he wants money, he should steal money. The buyer gives him a tip about a new job. Money shares the details with his friends. It's a house owned by a loner veteran, secured by the nervous guy's dad, and located in an abandoned part of the city. This new target doesn't inspire much confidence in the other 2, so Money explains why they should rob it. Apparently, the vet's daughter was killed by a rich girl in a hit and run, and her family compensated the veteran with a substantial settlement, at least $300K. The girl, Rocky, is more willing to go along with the plan than the nervous guy, Alex, who's concerned about the consequences of stealing such a large sum, both for them and his dad's company. He walks away. Later that day, Rocky sends Alex a text message, pleading with him to go through with the job so she can help someone out. While Alex researches the vet, Rocky is at home with her little sister, her mom, and her mom's new boyfriend, who are both terrible to them. It becomes clear that Rocky's message to Alex was about her sister, as she starts asking her if she wants to go to California with her to escape their terrible family situation. Alex, Rocky, and Money stake out the vet's house and neighborhood. Alex and Rocky share personal stories, and Alex promises to go with them to California after they finish the job. Money returns to the car and confirms what they knew about the house when a Rottweiler dog jumps at the girl's window. An old man calls for the dog, and Money tells them that he is the vet. They realize he's blind and have a small argument about the ethics of robbing a blind man. That night, they return to the neighborhood. The lights are off in the vet's house. They take care of the dog first by feeding it meat laced with some kind of drug. When they try to open the front door, they realize that the keys Alex had taken from his dad's security company don't work. They check for a side door or a window, but find only a small window that only Rocky can fit through. She enters the house and manages to deactivate the alarm with a remote that Alex gives her. Inside, she sees framed pictures of the vet's deceased daughter on the mantel. Meanwhile, Alex and Money wait for her to let them in. Once inside, they start searching for the safe with the money. Rocky checks the closet, while Money goes to the next floor to chloroform the old vet so he doesn't wake up. He finds the vet sleeping in his room with the sound of a video of his daughter playing when she was a child. The vet wakes up and turns off the TV, but Money manages to set up the gas. He comes down, and the 3 of them find a bolted door, assuming that Money must be stashed somewhere behind it. Money takes out a gun, and thinking the vet is sleeping, blasts the bolt from the door. Alex, frightened by the presence of the gun, decides to leave. He takes his shoes and goes. Money and Rocky open the door, but the vet appears out of nowhere, asking who's there. The 2 fall silent, but he hears Money and starts following his voice as Money tries to first lie to, and then reason with the old man. He shoots at him once to scare him, but that doesn't stop him. Alex hears the shot outside. The vet grabs the gun from Money's hands and shoots him in the head. Unaware that the girl is there too, he hides in the closet. Alex enters the house and almost bumps into the vet, but manages to dodge him as he runs around bolting the doors and windows. He hides in the bathroom and texts with Rocky. She tells him where she's hiding, and he goes after her. Before Alex gets there, the vet comes into the closet, takes a part of the drywall to reveal the safe, enters his code, which is fully visible to Rocky, and checks if the money's all there. After finding out it hasn't been taken, he closes the safe and walks off, still unaware that Rocky is inside the closet too. Alex enters the closet and suggests they should call the cops. Rocky disagrees and opens the safe, taking the money. Much to his surprise, Alex thinks there are $1 million there. They decide to leave through the door that was bolted, thinking it would lead them through the basement and to a hatch that leads to the yard. Before they could go through the door, the vet appears from inside and begins dragging Money's body to a different part of the house. After a little scare, he continues what he was doing, giving them ample space to run through the door. At this point, he still doesn't know they're there until moments later when he finds their shoes. He goes to check on the safe and realizes the money is gone. Meanwhile, Alex and Rocky are going through the basement. They are shocked to find a girl tied up with army cords. The moment she moves, a ring attached to her notifies the vet that something is going on in the basement. While there, Alex and Rocky find out that the girl is the same one who ran over his daughter. Rocky decides to help her, regardless of what she had done. They try to go through the basement hatch, but the vet is waiting for them in front of it and starts shooting. He kills the girl who killed his daughter. As Alex and Rocky are running, the vet is calling to his baby, saying that his baby is dead while holding the body of the dead girl. He then chases after them in the huge basement after turning off the electricity. Since they are also blinded in a way, he almost manages to catch them and strangle Alex, but Alex escapes with Rocky again. Outside of the basement, the Rottweiler, now fully awake, is waiting for them. The dog chases after them on the second floor and corners them in one of the rooms. The windows there are barred, and it seems they have no way to escape. Meanwhile, the vet catches up to them and is outside of the room with his dog and a gun. Rocky and Alex try to find a way to escape when she sees a vent on the wall. He tells her to go through it and that he will keep the door safe. As she enters the vent, the old man and the dog break through the doors and attack Alex. He falls through the window onto a ceiling window, one level down. Back at the room, the dog follows Rocky in the vent by her smell and chases after her through the shaft. She jumps into a vertical shaft to escape it. The vet realizes where Alex is and shoots the window, hurling him down to the first floor. Alex runs again, but the vet catches up to him in the room where he keeps his gardening tools and where he had stashed Money's body. He beats Alex unconscious and stabs him with giant gardening scissors. Rocky wakes up in the shaft, hurt and in pain. She starts crawling through the vents again when she spots two openings, one going down in the house and the other outside the house. As she tries to break through the bars at the opening leading outside of the house, the vet grabs her from the other one. Rocky wakes up in the basement. She's tied up the same way as the other girl was. The vet is there, and she begs him to let her go, saying she won't tell anyone about the girl. He explains, however, that holding the girl in the basement wasn't about torture or punishment for what she had done to his daughter. It was his crazy idea that, since she took his child from him, it would only be fair she should give him a child and return. He'd been holding her there because she was pregnant with his baby. With his insane logic, he comes to the conclusion that Rocky is to blame for her death, and she should be held accountable. In the meantime, Alex wakes up. The vet hadn't stabbed Alex, but Money's body. He tricks the dog into the room and locks it in. Then, he unlocks the front door. Back in the basement, the vet is heating something up. He tells Rocky that she would now have to bear his child in the girl's stead. But since he's not a rapist, he wouldn't force himself on her, just his sperm. It's revealed that he was heating up his sperm so he could inject it into her. Fortunately, Alex bursts into the basement at the right moment, and the vet is unable to do what he wanted to do to Rocky. Alex chains the vet up and releases Rocky, who kicks the heck out of the old man, among other things. Alex tells Rocky that calling the police now is out of the question, that they should just leave the vet chained up in the basement. The two of them take the money and leave the basement, going to the front door. The moment Alex opens the door, he gets shot by the vet, who succeeded in breaking free. It's already daylight outside as Rocky starts to run. The vet sends his Rottweiler after her. After a long chase, she finally gets to Money's car. But when the dog catches up to her, she drops the bag with the money outside. Moreover, once in the car, she realizes that she doesn't have the key. Rocky traps the dog inside the car in a clever way. But as soon as she is out and grabs the bag, the vet grabs her again and starts pulling her toward his house by her hair. When they get there, Rocky finds the remote for the alarm and activates it. The sound completely disorients the vet, and she manages to push him down in the basement. Thinking that he's dead, she grabs the money and runs, as the police are pulling over to the house. Rocky is sitting with her little sister in the bar of an airport. She hears the news on the bar TV, with the news anchor talking about what had happened. The vet had survived the fall. However, he didn't mention the fact that she was involved in the robbery as well, or that the money was missing. Rocky is free to live her best life with her sister in California. Maybe make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you can watch more videos like this. Thanks for watching.